The capital region, a great place to live and work. And yet the challenges we face right in our own community can seem overwhelming. Just below the surface, sometimes hidden from view, are deep pockets of need. It's easy to feel powerless, but change is possible when we live united. United Way turns the power of one into the power of many by accomplishing what no single person or organization could do alone. United Way brings donors, volunteers, and agencies together to focus on the issues that matter most. As we recover from the Great Recession, it's easy to forget that many of us are still vulnerable and struggle to meet even basic needs. Of critical importance within low-income families are the children who rely on school-based meals during the academic year. They often suffer hunger or poor nutrition when school gets out. When families have to choose between paying rent, buying medicine, or providing nutritious meals, the kids lose, since eating healthy is more expensive. And the effects are lasting, because a summer nutrition gap affects a child's ability to learn once school begins in the fall.
It's really healthy and nutritious food. We're often exposing children to things that they've never had before. So we're really pleased to be able to, introduce these types of foods to children and keep them healthy over the summer.
This is where United Way makes a difference. By working with local agencies like Captain Youth and Family Services, they can attack the issue head-on. This greatly increases our power to do something about it.
Most people realize that there is a need within certain areas, but I don't think that people understand what the real need is in our rural and suburban areas. Where there is an appearance of affluence, there are distinct pockets of poverty where families and children within those areas have an extreme need.
Access to food distribution sites is a major problem in a rural setting. Low-income families usually only have one car or none, so getting kids to where the food site is located can be a major problem and usually doesn't happen.
The United Way funding this year was amazing. It allowed us to open 5 new sites throughout the entire county. It allowed us to really reach in a very meaningful way these families when they're isolated in these areas of poverty.
Increasing access to food sites takes into account the problems rural poverty-level families are facing and ensures that children are healthy and ready to learn. Across the capital region, many working families struggle to live just above the poverty line. The Cash Coalition of the Greater Capital Region, supported by United Way, helps families learn the financial skills necessary to meet their critical needs and work towards achieving true financial freedom. The programs provide counseling about household budgeting, paying down debt, and saving money. Many of the people they work with have never been exposed to or taught this fundamental knowledge. This allows people to actually plan and build a solid foundation for their future. The Cash Coalition and Wildwood programs work with populations who are living on the edge, often one paycheck or illness away from hunger or homelessness. The goal is to help people break the cycle of poverty and contribute to their family, to their employers, and to the community. Step by step, they move down the path to secure housing and long-term financial stability. Services such as free tax preparation have helped individuals and families on the edge of poverty receive much-needed tax refunds.
We assist individuals to move forward on their own financial goals, breaking out of the poverty cycle and living beyond paycheck to paycheck. Since the Cash Coalition of the Greater Capital Region started 7 years ago, we have helped bring back $80 million in tax refunds and credits to Capital Region families and the local economy.
All services are aimed at decreasing dependence on social services while enabling families to fully participate in our economy. We know that the roots of poverty are complex. No single organization, individual, or government agency alone can solve the issue of family poverty. But together, with United Way, the power of many produces the power of results. It may surprise you to find out that there is a crisis in education for low-income youth in our region. For example, only half of our inner-city high school students graduate on time. Some inner-city elementary schools struggle with roughly 80% of their students not able to read at grade level. One way to start solving this problem is to invest in early childhood development. United Way is working with local agencies such as Parsons Child and Family Center.
We know what it takes for a child to succeed in school. We also know that 85% of brain development occurs before the age of 3. Our families live at or below poverty level and often don't have any supplies in their home for school readiness. It's all new to them and it puts them behind from day one.
As members of the Capital Region community, we can't afford to leave an entire segment of young people disconnected from opportunity. This is a critical time where we can help give children a bright start and stop the endless cycle of failure.
Thanks to the support from agencies such as the United Way, we're able to help parents who may never have experienced good parenting themselves improve the way they parent and improve the way that they can get their child ready for school. If we can set a child on the right path from the very beginning, we can make a difference for generations of children.
We can't solve this alone, but with focus, partnerships, and you working together to bring about change. In addition, giving young minds the right start from the beginning while eliminating problems later in life. You can make a difference. And when you give to United Way, you become the power of many. Be part of the solution and live united.